I have a lot of comfort with beads. I feel the most comfortable and like I can create, and there's not much limitation because it's kind of, I don't know, I can see like the shape of the earring I want to make and I know what I can put on it. It's not really measuring like thread and fabric and stuff like that. So to me it's straightforward. My name is Susan Jones. I'm from Bethel and my Yupik name is Kauk'aq. I was born and raised here. During the pandemic, and I was crafting with my daughter, and we were using perler beads, and I can't remember what exactly we were making, but to me it looked like beadwork kind of, and I was like, oh, this kind of seems like beadwork. I wonder if I could figure that out. So I got beads and I tried to do it, and I taught myself, and so me and my daughter started beading. So I'm doing this, it's inspired by a reindeer basket, and I'm going to bead it on a frame, a brass frame. And then Amelia, you want to show them what you're beading? So when I first started beading, I think a lot of people mostly when they start, they kind of do basic designs or they find designs they like and they bead them. And I felt like I wanted to make it a more cultural thing because I didn't grow up with very much tradition in my house. It was in adulthood that I started to try to reclaim it for my kids so that they could grow up more traditionally. So I didn't have beadwork around me or really anything. But for me, it feels like a big part of our culture, the trade beads and everything, the stories that you hear of how hard people work to get those materials and how that was a really special part of life because, you know, back then they didn't have life how we do. They have all this stuff to make their day busy. It was always what they could produce for their family, and I kind of see it the same way because I'm doing it for the same purpose, but I think it's really important for there to be native beaders and for them to be sharing their culture that way. I actually did a little teaching for connected earrings like this with the culture camp, and that one was kind of different. Of course, it's different teaching younger people, and the interest level wasn't 100%, like maybe half of them wanted to do it. But with the beading workshop, people signed up for it. They wanted to be there, they wanted to learn, so it was kind of a different energy. The pride they had in the work they were making, like, oh, I actually did this, I can do this. And hearing people say, I'm gonna bring my work home so I can come back with this finished tomorrow, I was like, oh my goodness, you don't need to do that, we have time here. But they were excited to do the work and figure it out. And there was one of the participants that actually used a template and designed her own earrings. So that was one thing I really wanted to promote too, that if you can bead, then you can also design. It's just coloring and then picking up the beads. I think the triumphs are when I get to do Saturday markets and I see people and they're like, oh my goodness, you have these earrings, and just the pride that people have when they wear them, and something that not a lot of people will hear or see because I'm the one sitting at the table. there was much older lady with her granddaughter, and she saw earrings and she's like, oh, look at these, they're traditional style. Your grandma from this place would be so proud if she saw you wear them. And I was like, oh my goodness. I love that. And like, it kind of just sends that happy energy all through your body. There's so many people that bead. There's so many people willing to share, willing to help. It's a community. When you're a crafter, people aren't gonna withhold information. We're all really happy to share and see people create. So ask for help if you need it.